So this is where we left off in the previous video. We are on the second screen here. So what we're going to try to do in this second video is to demonstrate how to open a modal window. So what we're going to do first is add a button here to my second screen. So why don't we do that? Add a button. So what this button will do will open up the next window modally. So let's call this, let's give this text for the button as show date picker. Okay. Open that up a bit. All right. So and what we're going to do is add some code behind this button. And before we do that, I want to create a whole new view controller for this window. So you can see it's currently set to the standard UI view controller. I'm going to create a brand new one and derive from UI view controller. So what I'm going to do is going to go to File, New, File, Objective-C class, which is what I want. Click Next. So let's call this second window view controller. Oh, let's just call it second view controller for short. And it is derived or a subclass of UI view controller. Click Next. And we want to keep it in this folder first app, which is our project folder, which is fine. Click Create. So it just created my view controller here, the .h file and the .m file. All right, so if we go back to the storyboard and show the assistant editor, this little tuxedo icon here, I can now connect to, oh, hold on a second. I forgot to assign this new view controller. So it's like that. So now the second view controller is assigned or connected to this screen here. All right, so I will now make an outlet for this button here. So I'll just do a control drag again right underneath this interface. And let's call this outlet date picker. Let's call it date picker window, or yeah, pick date button. Okay, so now we can manipulate programmatically this button. We also want it to respond to this button being clicked as an action. So again, we'll do a control drag to here. And this time, instead of an outlet, we want to select action. And the action we want to call this is show date picker. Show date picker. Okay, connect. So that is going to be called, this show date picker will be called whenever we click the button. And if we go to the M file, down here you see that stubbed out this this method for me, show date picker. So so that will show the next window, but we're gonna let the storyboard and segues take care of that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new window or view controller here. Let's create view controller view. Let's drag that into storyboard. Close it down a bit. Position. All right, so this is the window we want to open modally. So let's go ahead and create a date picker and then two buttons to close this window. One is OK and the other one is cancel, like you normally see on the modal windows. So the first thing we do is create a date picker. And we go ahead and date picker. Here we go. So let's drag one in here. Oops. Let's open this up so we can drag it in there. All right, so there's our date picker. Let's drag two buttons in here. One, we'll give it a text of OK. Next button. Edit it up here. Let's cancel. Okay. All right, so let's create another view controller underneath this date picker as well. We'll call it date picker view controller. New file, Objective-C class, date picker view controller. Next. Great. All right, so we just created the view controller. Again, we're going to assign this view controller to well, it's a little buggy now. In XCode, it doesn't immediately show it, but we'll just enter it directly. Date picker view controller. Okay. All right, so assigned. Okay, so let's on the storyboard, let's control drag a segue. Control drag into this view controller. This time it's going to be a modal. Okay. So, if we were to run it now, we haven't added any code to OK or cancel button. We'll probably be stuck in that window. So why don't I go ahead and create a some code for the OK. All right, so do a control drag to here, and we want an action, and the action is going to be I'll call it OK clicked. Connect. If we go to the M file, stepped up this method for me, and we will simply say self space dismiss view controller animated, and I'll say yes, it's going to be animated, and completion will be nil. Let's tab in here, and all right, so let's try running it now. Oops, let's see what we have here. Okay, missed a semicolon. Rookie mistake there. Okay, so that succeeded. All right, so this is our first window. There's a second window. Now we have that show date picker button. So now it should open it modally. As you can see, it's modal because that navigation bar has now disappeared. So you have to do something here. So we'll do something. We'll pick a date and click OK, and that's going to call our dismiss view controller. So it just dismissed it. Now we're back in the second screen. Okay, so that's that for here. So I'm going to end the video here, and on the next video, I'll show you how to set the date to the modal window with the date picker.